New Orleans celebrity chef John Besh steps down after sexual harassment allegations. Celebrity chef John Besh became a symbol of the rebirth of New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina leveled the city. Now he faces a storm of his own. On Monday, Besh stepped down from the restaurant group he founded and co-owns after more than 24 women alleged his company fostered a culture of sexual abuse. John has decided to step down from all aspects of operations and to provide his full focus on his family. Shannon White, the woman who is stepping in as CEO, said in an email to staff, the Associated Press reported. 25 women told the New Orleans Times-Picayune they were victims of sexual harassment while working for the New Orleans-based Besh Restaurant Group, which includes 12 restaurants across 2 states and employs about 1,200 people. In most instances, they said both male co-workers and superiors often touched female employees without consent. Some superiors allegedly attempted to leverage their position for sex. One of his restaurants was in the Horseshoe Casino in Baltimore, but it closed in September. The casino said in a statement that none of the harassment allegations involved the Horseshoe-managed Johnny Sanchez restaurant, the Baltimore Sun reported. Lindsay Reynolds, who works as the company's social media manager, filed a complaint with the Federal Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, which said, vulgar and offensive comments, aggressive, unwelcome touching and sexual advances were condoned and sometimes even encouraged by managers and supervisors throughout the Besh Restaurant Group. Another unidentified woman also filed a separate complaint with the act, this one aimed specifically at Besh, 49, with whom she claimed she had a months-long sexual relationship she described as coercive. When the relationship ended, he also continued to attempt to coerce her to submit to his sexual overtures. In the complaint, she describes an incident during a summer work trip to Los Angeles in 2015. She wrote that Besh insisted she drink heavily and later came to her hotel room and immediately started to kiss and fondle her. She was barely conscious, and easily overwhelmed by Besh, sick, who engaged in oral sex and fell asleep, according to the complaint, which was obtained by the Times-Picayune. Besh is married with 4 sons, and his wife Jennifer was often profiled along with him in major publications. Besh addressed his moral failings in a statement, 2 years ago, I deeply hurt those I love by thoughtlessly engaging in a consensual relationship with one member of my team. Since then I have been seeking to rebuild my marriage and come to terms with my reckless actions given the profound love I have for my wife, my boys and my Catholic faith. But he denied allegations and knowledge of sexual abuse. I have to deal with the fact that I was not the best human being that I could be, that I had made mistakes, but even with the worst that I had ever been, I have never sexually harassed or tolerated such, he told the Times-Picayune. I've had my issues in my life, but I've never tolerated that sort of behavior. Many of these women felt there was no one to whom they could report the alleged abuse. Though the Besh Restaurant Group was founded in 2005 and employed more than 1,000 people, it hired its first director of human resources on October 11. I think a lot of this could have been avoided if we had a trusted person to talk to. Maggie Robinson, one of the 25 women who alleged sexual harassment during her 2 years with the company, told the New York Times. One of the restaurant group's star chefs said he asked the company's owners on multiple occasions over the years to provide professional human resources support but was rejected. Alonja, whose eponymous restaurant was crowned Best New Restaurant at the 2016 James Beard Awards, said in a Facebook post he was fired from the company for speaking to a Times-Picayune reporter. Raymond Landry, the restaurant group's general counsel, said in a statement, while we've had a complaint procedure in place that complies with all existing laws, we now recognize that, as a practical matter, we needed to do more than what the law requires and we have revamped our training, education and procedures accordingly. Fallout from the Times-Picayune exposed was swift. Harrah's Casino, which housed Besh's second oldest restaurant, severed ties with the company. And New Orleans public television station Wise pulled Besh's 2 cooking shows from its rotation, The Advocate reported. Anthony Bourdain called the report the beginning of the end of institutionalized meathead culture in the restaurant business in a tweet. Food writer Cap Kinsman agreed, responding that, "It is beyond time. I hear so much that's just the way it is, but that doesn't buy people a free pass from having to try to do better. It is beyond time. I hear so." New Orleans celebrity chef John Besh steps down after sexual harassment allegations. October 24, 2017.